To add a new sheet to an existing spreadsheet, you take your cursor all the way down to the bottom left and click on Add Sheet. This will create a blank new sheet. You have three ways in which you can rename a sheet. You can double-click it, you can select it and right-click it and go to Rename, or you can click the little arrow on the right and again go to Rename. So we're going to name this sheet Age Info. Now, let's say you want a new sheet with all of the information that is in this one sheet, so you can edit it. You can either copy all the information that is here and copy it to a new sheet, or you can just come here and either right-click or click on the arrow and go to Duplicate. This will create a new sheet that will be named Copy of and the name of the original sheet. To rename it again, we're going to double-click it and call it Age and Way Info. In order to delete a sheet, we're going again either to right-click or to click on the small arrow, and we are going to delete it. Always when deleting a sheet, you are going to receive a heads-up message. This is because this action is irreversible, so you want to be very careful when deleting a sheet. In this case, we are happy to delete it, so we're going to go ahead and click OK. Now there are other actions that you can take by right-clicking on a sheet or using the small arrow. Let's look at Change Color. So in this case, we want to make this particular sheet green, so let's choose a shade of green we like. And we want to make this one red, so let's make it red. Another option, when right-clicking or clicking on the small arrow, is to protect the sheet. You can either protect the whole sheet or you can protect a range. Let's start with the easy one, which is the whole sheet. So we're just going to give a name to this protection. We're going to say, do not edit. We're going to apply it to the whole sheet. You can also accept some cells, but in this case, we want the whole sheet protected. And then we set permissions. You can simply show a warning when editing the range. So when someone tries to edit the range, or in this case, the whole spreadsheet, they're going to receive a warning, but they can still make the changes. Or you can restrict who is going to edit this range. In this case, if you say only you, no one else can edit the spreadsheet. You can also do it custom and give access only to a few email addresses. In this case, we want to do it only you, so we only want ourselves to be able to edit it. Done, changes are saved, and you can see now on the sheet there is a padlock sign, which means there is a protection in place. Now, the second type of protection you can have, again by right-clicking and going to Protect Sheet, is into specific ranges. So before we had sheet selected, now we're going to select range, and we are going to choose our range. So let's choose from A2 all the way to M3. Let's say we do not want any of these cells to be editable by anyone else but us. So we select it, we click OK, and then we set the permissions. Again, only you, and this is done. Changes are saved, and the range is protected. No one else can edit it but you. Still, everything else in this particular sheet is editable. Let's look at further options on the sheet. So again, right-clicking or clicking on the arrow. We can also hide sheets. So let's say you still want to have this information, but you don't want it to be immediately visible. So you just right-click and you go Hide Sheet. So see, it's not visible here anymore. You can still access it by going to View, Hidden Sheet. So here you can see that there is one hidden sheet, and the name of the sheet is Age and Weight Info. And you can bring it back just by clicking on it. And there it is, back.